Hi, I'm Brooke Farmer, and I have been living in the state of Georgia for 19 years now. That is my entire life so far, and I've enjoyed it. I love calling Georgia my home, and I know what you're probably thinking that I'm a little biased and how great Georgia is since I've lived here my entire life, but I'm here to tell you that I have traveled across the United States and been to several different states. Colorado, New York, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, and several other states. And so I've experienced a good bit of other states and what they have to offer and the scenery and people that live in those states. And I'm just here to say that Georgia is a great place to call home, especially if you love nature and you also love the city, because Atlanta, just in the northwest portion of Georgia, is our capital, Atlanta, one of the biggest and booming cities in the United States of Georgia. It's home to the busiest airport that we have in the United States, which is awesome and can be a hassle to go through sometimes, but it is the busiest and one of the largest. So it's great to call home here in Atlanta. And one thing that I'm interested in is obviously film and production, and luckily I am born in the state that has all that to offer. Here in Atlanta, we're booming. We're almost as big as LA, California, when it comes to movie production and video and small indie films. I'm proud to say that we also have a program called the Georgia Hope Career Grant and the Georgia Grant and the Georgia Scholarship, and is funded by taxpayers of Georgia and by all the lottery sales in Georgia. And that enables students to really dig deep and be able to take part in college even when they're not academically or financially stable enough for it. It contributes 80% of your tuition and fees, 20% left upon the person, and that can even be deducted by other scholarships and academic awards that you can get. So that's awesome, and one of the reasons why I love Georgia is because they really do care about the students and our raising population and generation that will, be here when the people that are a little too old right now won't be here. So they care about building us from the ground up. Georgia is beautiful. You have the mountain range up north, and you have the plateaus down south near Florida, where there's a lot of swamp land in the south, and Savannah is a historical place to go visit. So that's at the very bottom right corner of Georgia near Florida. And then you have all the suburban cities and counties and whatnot around Atlanta, and that's currently where I live. And a lot of people live. Most people do live in that surrounding area of Atlanta, branching outward. Great suburban place and great place to raise your children, get married, and start a family. I feel like it's one of the most perfect states to show an example of an American dream and really fulfill that for a lot of people. And Georgia has a lot of Southerners. Obviously, we're in the South, and I think I consider myself to be a Southerner. Some people think I may sound really Southern. I'm, like I said, kind of biased when it comes to that because this is all I know. But I do like the Southern twang here and all the hospitality that the state offers. Something much different from every state I've ever been to is the hospitality, loving, and care that you will get from people in here in Georgia. And I think that's just something that really speaks for itself. So if you're looking to travel or make a home or just check some cool stuff out nearby, if you're nearby the state of Georgia, I would welcome you in and take a look at some of the greatest attractions and things that we have to offer you. Thank you.